I think I decided it last Jum'ah was Surat Al-Qalam, right? نون والقلم وما يسطرون ما أنت بنعمة ربك بمجنون وإن لك لأجرا غير ممنون وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. Right? So وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم. So God swears by the pencil and by all the writings that you are on good, you have good morals, you have good manners. So, and aren't we supposed to follow the sunnah of the Prophet? That alone, no matter what Harris said, in the end, should be our first motive to follow the sunnah of the Prophet. And because we're following the sunnah of the Prophet, we gotta have good characters, good morals, and be behavioral, right? But my subject that I wanted to talk to you guys about is a different subject. It's the end of the semester. I kind of feel like, broken down, because I just had a physics test and I feel destroyed. I only slept like 2 hours. And, you guys, the ones who know me, when I study a long time and I stay up a long time, I tend to reflect a lot. So Harris told me that today there's going to be, we're going to have to give a reminder, and I thought of it last night. I was wondering which should I give you, and until now, just now, I just decided what I would tell you. I decided to talk to you guys about the whole theory of what is a sin and how to ask Allah for forgiveness. What is a sin and how to ask Allah for forgiveness. Now, we tend to, I remember before I used to say a lot of stuff like, you know what, guys, don't give up on God. Why? Because God is the most forgiving. God is the most merciful. Right? And with all those, and I mentioned Surah Al-Furqan, right? I made a whole tafsir on it, the last page. Let me just go over it quickly. I'm going to go over it from just the part that we want, alright? وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا أَنفَقُوا لَمْ يُسْرِفُوا وَلَمْ يَقْتُرُوا وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا والذين لا يدعون مع الله إلها آخر ولا يقتلون النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق ولا يزنون ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما يضاعف له العذاب يوم القيامة ويخلد فيه مهانا. So far, we have, I mentioned, if you guys remember the tafsir, we mentioned the first thing that people do, who do not waste their money. And when they pay it with good wisdom, right? They pay it, they did not waste their money, they did not just throw it into stuff that they don't need. And they were not all greedy about it either. Right, so they were generous with it, they were giving it to the poor, they used it wisely, right? And with us, that's also like, we notice we don't think it's a sin, but it's actually a sin on its own that we are wasting God's gift to us, God's privilege to us. And that's what, mark my word, privilege right now. Just keep that in mind. Privilege. Moving on to the next thing, the ones who do not worship something else with God. Now we think, oh, okay, we're good. We worship Allah, that's alright. Do we? Who do you really worship? Do you really worship Allah? Because if you do worship Him, you gotta show it. And showing it is a task on its own. Alright, you believe that there's no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is Prophet, that's believing. Worshipping is acting upon it. Now if you say that you worship Allah, and then the time of prayer, you're busy playing, like GTA, or whatever game you want to play, then instead you're worshiping Ubisoft, EA Sports, rather than worshiping Allah. Why? Because you use the time specified for Allah for the games. So therefore you're putting the games above Allah, therefore you're worshiping those games before Allah. You know what, I'll give you another example. one that's probably more familiar to us. Studying. Oh man, studying is a sin? Oh, no, it's not. It's not, don't worry. I'm not generalizing studying. Studying is not a sin. But studying and putting studying before God is a sin. I'm gonna give you guys a story. There were two villages, right? These two villages were in conflict with each other. They had like a small war between each other. This is a story I heard from one of the scholars. Forgive me, I forgot his name. These stories are in conflict with each other, and one of the cities, let's just call it the Blues, Montreal and Toronto, right? So in Montreal, Trudeau was finding a way to, win against these Torontos, right? And some people might be thinking hockey right now, but so Trudeau's thinking of a way to, win over Toronto, and it's not working. Why? Because they're equal in everything. So what he did is, all right, you know what? I'm gonna up one, right? I'm gonna think of one better than them. So what he did was he picked Samir, right? He picked Samir, and told him, you know what? I want you to live in Toronto and give me a document every day. All right, give me a document every day about them. I'll give you the money. I'll make sure you're settled there. All right. So Samir's like, as long as I'm getting the money, it's all good. All right, I'm going. He left. He went for Toronto. He moved there. So let's just say 3 months passed by. Samir was a good worker, y'all. He was hard work. He would go home every day, write a report. He'd be like, the trees are green here. They love hockey here. They are beating us so badly in hockey, actually. And I'm joking. Some people's gonna jump on me, but they're realizing that he's giving you a report every day. Every day he's reporting to Trudeau, right? And after a long, he told, the initial contract was it will only be about 6 months. The whole trip. 6 months come and Trudeau sends a message to Samir, telling him, bro, you're doing a really good job. We are really understanding it right now. We're getting the hang of this. You know what? How about we extend it another year? Right? So first it was 6 months. Let's extend it another year. Right? And since we're extending another year, I'll double your salary. And I'll give you a settled apartment so you don't have to pay rent no more. I'll buy you a condo, and you could go to school at the same time. Wow, settled. Damn, okay. School, apartment, and double the salary. That's perfect. Right? It's like he's giving, the money is raining on him. So he's like, all right, you know what? I'll extend it another year. And during the same year, he did the same thing. But this time there's a lack. Instead of every day reporting to him once, he reported to him about 6 times a week instead of 7 times. About 5 times sometimes when he's really busy. But the Trudeau thought, you know what, he's busy, it's all good. He's probably busy, he has a lot of stuff. The year passes, and Trudeau is pleased. He has documents and he's understanding Toronto. He's having now an improved version of Toronto right here. All right, we don't have any more potholes, and it's all getting better right now. And then, so he asks Samir to extend it another year. Samir's like, okay, but there's this girl, I want to get married to her. There's a sister I want to get married to, and I want to start a family. And with the salary that I have now, it might not work out. So he's like, you know what? Okay, marry her. I'll pay for the marriage, right? And I'll give you a bigger apartment. He's like, okay, perfect. 2 years if you want. All right, perfect. And he does the 2 years, but the catch is during those 2 years now, instead of only he's lacking 6 days, now he's only given 3 days a week. Okay, so the king started to be a bit more suspicious, but he let it pass. And after the 2 years passed, at the end of it, the king realized that Samuel stopped messaging at all.
King, so it went from Judah to king.
The Chudo. Sorry, it was initially the king, but I'm trying to edit it for you guys. But the Chudo realized that Samir, he stopped messaging at all. It was like the message rate was decreasing. He stopped getting reports at all completely now. So what he does, he sends a messenger for Samir. Tells him, yo, where you been, man? Yeah, we got no reports. What's up? So Samir's like, yo, I'm very sorry, I got family now. I have school for the kids and all this job and everything. Imagine it's like 5 years later, so I'm doing it to you. Like, I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities now. I got like all this stuff. So the messenger goes back to Chudo, tells him exactly what Samir said. And then the Chudo's like, okay, but our initial contract, you send me send me a report a day, right? And for you to be able to do that comfortably, I gave you the money, the house, the life, the wife, the children. I made sure you're settled and you're comfortable so you don't feel left out. So I gave you all these gifts. These gifts were all for you to make you feel better. So how come you leave me for these gifts? Now you guys be like, all right, why am I telling you this story? Think about it. Allah put us here to pray for Him, to worship Him, 7 days a week, 24/7. And with that, He gave us blessings, right? He gave us privileges. Money, education, house, food, water. He gave us all these privileges. He gave work, you got a car, you come to school every day, you have a phone, each one of you has a phone. So if not, an iPod or something. You play sports, you're healthy, you have friends. He gave you all these gifts so you could live this test and enjoy it. Live it happily. So why do we use these gifts that God gave us against Him? Imagine you giving maybe not now, but like your kid a phone. And that kid became so obsessed with that phone, he stopped talking to the family. How would you feel about that phone? Think about it this way. God gave you a gift, so why are you putting the gift against the God who gave you? The reason you have all this is because God gave it to you. And why did God give it to you? So you could worship Him and appreciate Him for what He did, for what He gave to you. So it's a sin on its own to put the gifts that God gave to you above God Himself. So that way you're worshiping the gift rather than the one who gifted it. You're worshiping the gift before the one who gifted it. And that's a sin also. And then we go to killing. I doubt any of you killed a soul, but killing, it's clear. الذين لا يدعون مع الله إلها آخر ولا يقتلون النفس التي حرم الله إلا بالحق. And they do not kill the soul that God has forbade. You shouldn't. You're not allowed to kill that soul. You have no right over the soul to kill it. ولا يزنون. They do not commit adultery. Now, ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما. Whoever does that receives like a sin. It's considered a sin for him. What's the punishment? يضاعف له العذاب يوم القيامة. The punishment at the day of judgment will be multiplied, and he will live in it eternally. Wait, there's a catch. Except the one who repents. All right, now we're like, okay, you know what, repenting. Okay, God gave us an excuse. Okay, all right, yeah. Bismillah, let's go. No. Whoa, all right, God gave us an excuse. Yes, it's true, we're allowed to repent. God gave us a shortcut. But we don't use that shortcut as a loophole. We use that shortcut as a way to get closer to Allah. Not as a way to build our ego against Him. You know, okay, you know, every time I do something, astaghfirullah. It's all good. You see that? I said it, it's all good. I'm not gonna do it again. The next day you do it again. And you go, oh my God. It's the shaitan, man. It's the shaitan. What can I do? Astaghfirullah. It's all good. I'll not start, you know, right? The next day you do it again. And you keep on doing it over and over again. And you're like, God is Ghafoor. God is Rahim. No. I'm sorry, but you got it all wrong. Wake up, guys. Wake up, guys. I remember God put you here. God put you here, yes, to worship. Not only you have that purpose, you have another purpose. But mainly you have to worship Him. And don't use the desires that He did. All right, let's see this. I'm gonna give you guys a demonstration. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take off the Superman. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys a small demonstration, right? So let's take a circle, right? And we'll call this M. Alright? Whatever, alright? And let's take something weird, call it hell. Alright? We have heaven and hell. So, heaven is beautiful, round shape, right? It looks good, right? And hell is just flat, right? Nobody would go for hell. Wait, there's a catch. Alright, let's just say it's starting to make it look prettier. Alright, star and the flower, right? So, inside heaven is the beauty, the niceness. But unfortunately, around heaven is all these spikes. Right? Which is the hard stuff. Let's just say, fasting 30 days. You know, holding yourself from drinking alcohol, right? Doing all this hard stuff. Wait, and hell, that's the candy, alright? Don't judge. All the happiness, right? So there's a hadith Qudsi where God creates the heaven and Jibreel goes like, everybody would want to go there. It's not, I'm not saying accurate, I'm only paraphrasing right now. Everybody would like to go there. But then God surrounded it with all the hard stuff to do, with all the stuff that we dislike. That Jibreel became sad that he thinks nobody will be able to make it in there. And God makes hell, and Jibreel is like, nobody will want to ever go in there. But then God surrounded it with all the desires, you know, with all the fun, the games, and the alcohol, the clubs, the adultery, all this nice stuff, that, you know, the stuff that we love. It surrounds hell, and Jibreel became scared that we'll never be able to avoid it. So guys, wake up. It's a trap. The shaitan is using this as a trap. He's pushing you towards the wrong side. And he's making you think that, oh, okay, no, Allah is Ghafoor. He is Ghafoor Rahim. I'm not saying He isn't. But come on, be realistic here. Don't give yourself excuses. You're supposed to build reason for yourself to avoid this stuff. You're not supposed to build excuses to yourself. Yes, Allah is Ghafoor Rahim. You use that as a way to put you closer to Allah. And now that you're closer to Allah, you repented. Last time I said it before. Once you repent, what do? You use that time of the thing that you stopped. Let's just say, I gave the example of going to the club every Friday night, right? Going to the club every Friday night with your friends and everything. So now, okay, you realize it's wrong. What do? We stop going to the club every Friday night. Okay, that's one thing. That's a change. Now, what do you do instead? You use that time to create a path. And instead of every Friday night you go to the club, you use that path to, go to a halaqah every Friday night. The Friday halaqahs. Go to the mosque. Pray Isha, we pray with pray Qiyam. You don't have school tomorrow. You use that time that you used to waste at the club, what do you do with it? You open up a path to Jannah with it. So that way you replace the bad with the good. And literally you have taken a sin and you made it into a gift. You took the sin and you threw it out. You took that space, now you have a gap, so you fill it in with something good that Allah will love. And if you do that, no way you're going to come to that. Why? Because you don't have a gap in your life no more. That gap that you thought was, that thing, that desire you took out, oh my God, it was so much fun. No, now you don't have time no more. Why? Because you're doing something better that you find fun too. I go to a Friday halaqah. Ask Zach. Friday halaqahs are amazing, right? We go, we fight, we play, you break a rib or two, but it's all good, right? But it's fun, why? And then you're at the mosque, you're at the house of God. What better company is that? Change your friends if they're influencing you bad. Change your computer, your subscriptions to YouTube if they're influencing you bad. Right? Change your life. And I gave last khutbah, I told you guys, we have a winter break. And people use this winter break, New Year's resolution, I'm gonna lose 10 kilos today this year. I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna fit in that by summer, I'm gonna have that in summer. Guys, be realistic. Instead of doing that, what do? I'm gonna fit into Jannah today. This year, I'm gonna make sure I memorize the last juz of the Quran. Not only the last juz, every day I want to be able to finish the Quran once a month. Read the Quran once a month. You build that, and then you start practicing. You might not make it the first month, but then the next month you'll be like, I slacked over that last month, I'll try harder. And that way that New Year's resolution also becomes good on its own and you'll be rewarded for it. So, let's talk about sinning. What is a sin? How to ask for forgiveness. The sin is whatever contradicts the word of God. Whatever contradicts the word of God. Whatever contradicts the time dedicated to God. That's a sin. And I gave you examples with the zina, the adultery, the killing of a soul, the wasting of your money, the worshipping someone other than God. And I gave you examples how you could worship someone other than God without even knowing. So now you know how to avoid it. So these are sins. And how do you ask for forgiveness? First, you realize, I said that so many times this year, but I think I made it too easy. Guys, it's not something that's just it's all good. It's only a dua at night, I'll just have to remember Allah, make wudu one time, have a shower, and repent to Allah. And cry a couple of tears, it's going to be all good. Because God is most forgiving. It's true, He is. But don't play tricks with God. You really think you can play around? You really think God does not see your games? If God was able to make you, don't you think He knows how your mind works? Don't you think He knows what's in your heart? Don't you think He knows what you think He doesn't see you in? He sees it. Thank God He sees us now. And the fact that you're all here, all of you are here together, I say it so many times, the fact that we're here, we're getting together, already means that God is giving us a chance. That God still did not give up on us. That's why you're giving up on Him. I posted a photo on the MSA page. How can I be upset when Allah is my Lord? And some might think, yeah, it's true, I found true happiness, so of course I'm not going to be upset. No, there's true meaning behind it. Because if you believe that Allah is your Lord, and you act towards it, do you think Allah will ever make you upset? Do you think God will ever make you feel bad? No, He will love you. And if God loves you, He might test you at times, but these tests are only to make you better. Alright? So let's keep that in mind. Let me just, overall summary, what do he say? The sin is a sin, and to ask for forgiveness is not a joke. You gotta take it seriously. It's like a contract. You're too scared to break your phone contract. You're too scared to change barbers. It's true. We go to a barber, we're like, oh shoot, I can't change the barber, or else if I go back to that barber, he's gonna be mad at me. And it's true, I've been there. We're too scared to change barbers, but we're not scared to, worship something other than Allah. Put something before Allah. You have a contract with God, so when you ask for forgiveness, it's like you're signing a new contract. You're like, all right, God, I will not lie, I will not eat pork, I will not do this, I will not harm this, I will not have this, and then you put your signature at the end. And that's it. Once you break that contract, that's it. You can, don't give up, but don't use it as a joke. If you don't take the real life contracts, the current life contracts as a joke, why do you think this contract is any joke? Alright? Guys, we're in the Muslim Islamic, we're in the gathering where the name of Allah is mentioned, right? Inshallah, the angels are all around us here, and I'm just letting you guys know that God may have forgave us all, and He as soon as this session is over, we'll all get up with peace. So, أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه